All right, so the first thing you want to avoid when starting your first Shopify store is one of the things that I did that actually killed my chances of being able to scale a Shopify store. And that is your supplier or your vendor for certain stores, right? You want to make sure that you have a reliable supplier, someone that can fulfill the orders for the product that you choose for your store. This is extremely important, right? So if you're going to have somebody that's going to be overseas, if you're going to have somebody, whether it be domestic, you need to order and make sure that they send the correct materials in a timely manner before you start to begin to use them and sell on your store. Very critical. You will not be able to scale without doing this. Also, if you're using a supplier that's going to give you faulty or defective products, you're going to run into real issues. You're going to have refunds and chargebacks, okay? So make sure you do your due diligence in figuring out who's going to be your supplier or your vendor on your Shopify store. That's the first thing. All right, so the second thing you want to be on the lookout for is, wait for it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. No. So the second thing you want to be on the lookout for when you're looking to start and scale your store is to make sure that you've done a proper market research. What do I mean by that? Okay, even if you have a good supplier or good vendor, if you do not know whether there's demand for this product, you're going to run into real issues. It's going to be hard for you to make consistent sales because you just don't have as many customers to choose from, right? So, in other words, saturation is actually going to be your friend in this situation. So just because you see a lot of other stores that might be selling something very similar or even the same as what you're selling, your branding, your marketing, your presentation will still allow you to sell in a market that has a product that has a high demand. So you want to be looking on Google, want to be looking on sites like BuzzSumo that you can actually see, is there demand for this product? Do people want it, right? Google that product and see how many different options come up under Google Shopping. So very, very important that you know whether there is demand for the product, whether you personally like the product or not, because the customer at the end of the day is going to be what's the most important. So that's number 2. All right, and the third thing that will kill or can kill or destroy your store's chances of success is overcomplicating your web design, right? So your website, whether it's on Shopify, right, or another platform, you do not want to overcomplicate this website to the point where your customer cannot find items, they can't find the best sellers, they can't find the things that they're interested in on the site, right? Also, the checkout process on the website needs to be very easy, very quick, fast, right? It does not need to be complicated. We don't want anybody having to do a science project trying to figure out how to check out for a $50 or $100 product, okay? So this is very important. Also, you don't want to spend too much time on web design because ultimately that is not going to give you high return, right? The web design needs to be simple, it needs to be clean, but it needs to be very fast, okay? So hire someone if you have to, even if you have to outsource it, to get you a website design done quickly, and do not spend too much of your valuable time trying to make everything look pretty and not trying to make it look profitable. Okay, so those are the 3 things that will keep your website, your Shopify store from scaling or even being successful from the get-go if you do not avoid these 3 things. Okay, now if you want more insight on exactly how to do this in even greater detail, you can actually download, we have a Shopify checklist. There's a link in the description of this video. You can actually purchase a Shopify checklist ebook, okay? Very inexpensive, I think it's $37. It breaks down every facet of Shopify store that you need to know, and I'm throwing a little bonus in there for you as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, hit that bell notification. I got a lot more coming for you. Take care.